Salad or Dolly, threw a great party. We all drank Bacardi, it got kinda gnarly. We're light as a feather, we're tougher than leather. Together we're weirder together.
Weirder Together, I'm Ben Lee.
I'm Ione Sky.
And welcome to our last pod of 2025.
Yes, the wrap-up year podcast, and happy anniversary, baby.
It's our anniversary. Now, am I shocked that you remembered? I don't know, not shocked. But anniversaries traditionally have not been something that jumped to the forefront of your mind.
No, but I blame it on the month and the day of usually I think it's December 28, but it's December 29. I think because we got married in India, and it was like Christmas time, that December is, you don't think of marriage in my hemisphere where I grew up. Most people don't have winter weddings.
Right, but having been someone that did have a wedding then, that didn't imprint itself in your memory in any way?
I like to be of a hive mind. I've just seen Pluribus, and I'm very into hive mind.
Gotcha. And you come from a lineage of so many marriages. Within a lifetime, that what's another one? You know what I mean? It's a bit hard to keep them all straight.
My Aunt Joanna was married, I feel like 4 times or something. She was a real Elizabeth Taylor.
Powerful. Was the 4th one the best?
He was a New Zealander. He was great.
True.
2 were called Dave, and then the next one was Dave. And Dave lost his eye with a crane on a ship. And I painted him a really lovely painting for his hospital room.
Obviously, we all get broken up with. We all go through these types of things. But if someone then married someone with the same name as me, an ex-partner, it would just add a little sting to it. It would be harder to get over slowly.
I know. Unless, I feel, maybe one was Dave and she called the other David. But I think she called them both David. Anyway, yeah, it is hard. And you've never called me the wrong name, though.
No.
Of an ex.
That's true, yeah. Do people really do that?
I've done it so many times.
Oh, but you confuse everybody's names. That's not. I don't take that as any.
I think I've called you Mom.
You've called me Mom. You called me Pop-Up, a dog of ours that hasn't been alive for many years.
Yeah. I feel like I called my niece Pop-Up once.
But 17 years married today. Sometimes maybe we sitting chatting with someone, whether they're single or in a couple, and they go, what's the secret? What is the secret? Why have we been married for 17 years? Like, how have we been married for 17 years?
Well, I was a little older, so there's the wise part, where you're a little wiser, a little older. I don't know. I think I've said this before, that I used to have an ego about it and think it was because I'd done so much therapy and so much work on myself, and I was really giving myself a lot of credit. But I do think it's a bit of luck, a little bit of luck.
A little bit of luck, yeah.
A little bit of luck. Do you know that's a song from My Fair Lady?
No, I didn't.
That was my bad Cockney accent.
I would say simply the wanting to stay married.
Sure.
The fact that we want it has been a huge part of the success of staying married.
And in all seriousness, I think it's also admiring the person. I have 2 friends who are dating, and they love a hot person to sleep with, these women, and they, but then they get a little sick of the person because, I don't know, I just think you have to also, hot plus admiration.
There's got to be something behind the
hotness.
When you're taking in for instance, a physique like mine, it can be hypnotizing.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to look deeper.
Yeah.
And realize there is very little there, and you have to be satisfied with what is,
Yeah,
left
it's
there
kind of
later.
like the sort of marriages. What are they called when they?
A lavender marriage.
A marriage where they put 2 people together when they do work. Arranged.
Yeah.
Yes, and then they go with matching the person, and then the hotness comes.
Build that hotness. Build that hotness. Now, we didn't have a pod last week because it was just too crazy with you getting back and Christmas.
A lot of people I noticed they instead of doing the pod because they take a break, they play an old podcast.
I know.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
I
just
think
haven't been able
people
to
could
wrap my
hold
head
on.
around that.
Hold
It's
on.
almost easier to just do a new pod than to figure out how to get the old file.
Yeah, I think people could hold on for one more day.
But what I'm just thinking about the end of your LA trip. Was there anything you wanted to recap on for the beautiful babies who are following? We know you've all seen Anaconda this weekend.
Yep.
You're out there at the box office proving your bona fides as a beautiful baby.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I had an incredible, once the premiere was over, I started to relax. And then I just, oh, boy, did I appreciate my friend's guest house in Hancock Park. That was so wonderful. And I just loved it. I gave myself one day to kind of not go crazy and visit people, although I missed seeing a few people that I really wanted to see. I went back to the Chateau Marmont, and I went to a Christmas party at my daughter's stepmother's. She has an annual Christmas party that is really fun. It's like Martha Stewart in the Valley meets just great artists. It's a great mashup of like suburban kind of like Americana meets, like, but then the crowd is really fun. So everyone can like cosplay Christmas, but everyone's kind of wild inside. And that was really a blast. Yeah, I saw a couple of people. I saw Bijou at the Chateau, which was fun. I saw my ex-sister-in-law twice, which was pretty amazing because we were so close when my brother was married to her. And then I saw my brother's new wife, and I bonded with her. Anyway, it was a lot of, in-law bonding, I guess, on the last few days. No, not really. It was a lot of things, but I just ended up having such a good time. I went on a whole thing of like, I love LA. I'm so glad I don't live here. I'm so glad I live in Australia. Then, oh no, I really love LA. I wish I lived in LA. And then I just realized like, it doesn't have to be scarcity mentality. They're like twins. They're like non-identical twins, which I can love them both, and they're different.
You can have it all.
I can have it all, baby.
Well, we are going to get into our ins and outs for 25 moving into 26. These are big cultural predictions. Weirder Together, known for having our finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
We're going to prove it. We want to be held accountable this time next year. So how are we going to do this? I figure let's start with the thing that's out and then what's coming in.
Okay.
Okay, you go first.
Waste is out.
Wait, wasting things. Okay, out. Got it. I think meant wastes. Okay, I'm already lost. Okay.
Leftovers are in.
Yeah, now traditionally we've had some struggle with consuming the leftovers. How do we turn over a new leaf in 26? Because they get into the fridge and then they stay there.
Well, this is for next year. We'll try harder.
I know, but we got to have an approach. This is not going to happen by luck.
Well, I do. I'm the leftover queen a little bit more. Shout out to Grandpa Benny. Depression era.
Paved the way.
Yeah.
Standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah. So it's not for every meal. It's just like maybe one meal, one part of the day can be a little bit of the leftovers. You like to throw an egg in there and you add the leftovers. That's
bubble
a
and
fry
squeak.
up. Bubble and squeak fry up.
classic,
Classic British way to do it. I just say heat it up, baby. I didn't grow up with a microwave oven. So I
Great
like
pronunciation. In 26, we're going to be pronouncing microwaves.
microwaves. But I do say on the stove, it does taste a little better if you can just put it in the oven or on the stove. Takes longer, tastes better.
And have you had some kind of environmental or economic awakening that has led to this
It's
commitment?
financial too.
It's financial. That's right. That's okay.
Food is expensive.
Hell yes, it is.
My mom, Enid, used to just marvel at when we were all young professionals in the industry and running around LA and New York, and we would go in a big group to brunches, it felt like almost every day when people weren't working, and or lunches, and she just was like, how you guys are spending so much money on food.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say for me, this is just for me, out is eating a whole pizza. In is eating a slice.
Okay.
And so...
Because you and I have been trying to not eat a lot of bread, because sadly that is a way to kind of slim down a little bit, because, We're not extremists, but
it's not extreme, but it's a duty
you're
of care to the
letting-
beautiful babies.
you're
also,
letting
you
in
know. It's
one-
taking seriously presentation. you
Well,
know.
we have been like letting in a little more bread,
Yeah.
letting of the bread in.
Yeah, let the bread in. But I realize that I traditionally, and I think a lot of guys do this, I eat athletically. Like, to me, it's like a challenge. Whatever you put down in front of me, I'm going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to wipe it clean.
Well, that's
I'm
how
gonna-
you do life. You're very like it's a challenge, and you have to master what you're
Exactly.
doing, which
and
is
you
a
mix
great quality.
that with like immigrant generations of like immigrant stuff and all that, and you get like, you know, that just it's got to all get eaten. And last night we went out. There was some two lovely wood fire pizzas served on the table. I think I had a slice of each.
Yeah.
Happy man.
Yeah.
Full.
Yeah.
No need to punish myself.
And you looked at those pizzas and you said to Goldie and her friend, I could finish both of these. And they were
easily.
sort of looking, I think everyone was trying to imagine it.
I know. I do have a side of me that almost like would like to eat to a blackout point. Like it's almost like the way like someone binging
But when
on
you
drugs.
were really
you know?
thin, you still ate that
I
way.
ate so much, so fast, so much. Yeah. Anyway, moderation, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where we're getting.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's the
so
thing.
yes, you go, baby.
I just
Your
did
turn.
mine. You did
Oh
one.
yeah, you did no over. Okay. We're doing in and then out.
Out then in.
Out then in.
Because like out with the old, in with the new.
Insomnia, out. Not overthinking. No. In. Yes. Not overthinking, in.
Could you say insomnia out, sleep in?
Yes.
Okay, is that a tidier way of saying it?
Yeah. And this is for me.
Okay.
I mean, and
But I bet you there are a lot of people who would love to see sleep over insomnia coming in as a new trend in 26.
but some people they stress about oversleeping or something. But I don't have that problem, and maybe I will again. Which I would take oversleeping over insomnia any day. Like, so insomnia is.
Are we getting a definition of insomnia?
No,
Okay.
it's for me. It's
Okay.
like just all about anxiety and possibly hormonal changes. But boy, oh boy, that's a curse.
Okay, and so what strategies, how are you getting to this? This is like a
Just-
pretty remarkable
So
change.
what I've done with working out and certain things that I tend to like overthink, like even sitting down and painting, working out, I used to just not indulge. It just, I wouldn't say that I was trying to do it, but I just couldn't stop myself from thinking about it. And then I would think about it, and then it would naturally be a bummer. Like, for example, working out, I'd think, ugh, it's so hard. I have to go there. I have to da, da, da. And I would let my mind just be a total drag. And then probably rationalize myself out of something, or I'll do something later, whatever I was doing. Now I started just not even, I could turn that off and just show up at the gym or
So
whatever.
you're basically, by overthinking it, you completely destroyed any organic relationship to
Yes.
painting or sleeping or things that you should be able to do in a relaxed.
And
so
I
you're
don't
re-entering
and,
that.
exactly. And I don't even with the working out. It wasn't like I'm replacing it with a joyful thought.
Sure.
It's not like in the manifesty world. It's more just like I'm not thinking, and that's helped. And then so with the sleeping, I sometimes would try to think, oh, I love this bed. It's so cozy. I'm so lucky, and da 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 da. But now it's just like really simple. I'm just like, you can do this, and I don't even go too far into like trying to convince myself. I'm just doing it, and I'm putting myself back to sleep, because you know what I used to have to like listen to 1,000 hypnosis tapes.
Oh,
And,
you were the original hypnosis tapes, the toe separators, the body
just like
pillow.
anything, and then I never want to go down the route of pills because I would be like hooked in 1 second. So so anyway, I'm just thank the Lord I can do it.
I'm going to offer a challenge to your state of relaxation in my next in and out.
I'm not overthinking it.
I'm saying out is alarmist news, right? Because
yeah.
like there was so much like it's almost like the news cycle has become so alarmist that alarmism has lost its value. Right, breaking news. It's all
right.
breaking news
I
every day, all day,
know.
every day. So out is alarmist news.
Yes.
In is living in a constant state of alarm.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
Like a cat.
It's-
Cats are like they're able to sleep, but they're also like always ready.
we have to realize that we live in a perpetual state of crisis. Now, within that, my theory is that once we accept that, there might be a new equilibrium, or there might be a new state of relaxation or acceptance we can
Yes.
find. Because the idea of alarmist news is the idea that things should be peaceful and something bad has happened.
Right.
Whereas if we live as a culture in a state
Yes.
of, we are in a state of terrible things happening and we accept it,
Yeah.
and we're not in shock about it,
Yeah.
we actually might be able to have a little more peace.
My grandpa Benny used to do that. He would like expect the worst day, and when it was okay, it was all right. And can I say that is very Ben Lee of you? Like everything is okay even when it's not.
That's true. That's
That's very neutral mind.
Well, it actually stems, my whole interest in that way of thinking things really came from like the romantic poets. Like Keats and
Yeah,
Blake,
yeah.
like even more than the Eastern stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
I
romantic
like
poets,
that.
because I studied them in.
Let's say romantic poets in Eastern philosophy
there
out.
you go. Yeah,
I mean-
Keats is in, Lao Tzu is out. Yeah, like
JK.
yeah, like I really loved the idea that there was this idea we studied in, I think for the HSE, along with Keats, was negative capability.
Yeah.
The idea of seeing the value in negative experiences. And I
Yeah.
really took that with me. So I don't know, it's funny how people think of the arts, you know, and the humanitarian subjects and that as like, how are they
Soft.
applicable in your life?
Right.
Whereas I actually found one of the primary, most helpful skills that I actually learned in high school was in poetry.
Yeah.
That has allowed me to
I
live
love
a happier
that.
life.
I'm so into that because I love romance about life, and that involves tolerating and just being in the fire of things.
Yo.
All right.
What you got there, babe?
Bullet bras in, free hanging out.
Okay, so we're not just, so we're saying free hanging braless.
For me,
So you were going braless.
I wasn't
How long have
really.
you gone braless
I was.
for?
I mean, this is an
But you
exaggeration.
do, Martine always says you being braless
But
is
I
your thing.
wasn't really. I basically wear a bra. She probably once I didn't, but she liked the idea of me being, because
It suits your personality.
I'm uncomfortable. Someone I met hates bras, and so they said they only wear black because that's one hack. If you do want to go braless, you wear like a black clothes for some reason because you can't really see. Now, I do have to say, out of all the body parts as you get older, my boobs are hanging in there.
They are. And do you feel
They're
like
really good, but it's just that I don't know. Bullet bras, you know.
yeah? What's the bullet bra gonna do? It lifts them up and pushes them out forward. Right?
I mean, they're like if a real bullet bra truly looks
it's like
a,
Betty
a
Page
cone
or something.
bra,
Yeah,
cone bra.
like Liz Goldwyn vibes,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So, and do they have? What kind of effects do they have on the bosom long term?
I think it's the same as a regular
Supportive?
bra. I
Great.
think supportive, just the same.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's do it. Bullet bras coming in. Okay, I'm going to say, now we're on to beauty products and things
Yeah.
like that. I'm going to say these big lips. Dunzo. Get them
Yeah.
out of here.
Okay,
Too
yeah.
big. Lips are too big.
Okay, yeah.
They've become absurd.
Mm.
I want to see some thin-lipped people walking around. I want to
Mm-hmm.
see tiny lips. How do you feel about those big lips?
I think everybody can do what they want to
Of
do.
course, you
but
don't need to
yeah,
qualify
yeah,
that.
okay,
Everyone can do
sorry.
whatever they
All
want.
right.
But,
Well, yeah, sure.
But do you like super big?
I know. I wouldn't say super big is my
Yeah.
preferred look. If you know, but yeah, I agree.
Ione, you are so worried about hurting people's feelings. Like, it's
Oh,
so sweet. On the drive over here, you were like, I'm really worried about hurting people's feelings, which I love. But also, I think you are placing too much emphasis on what, like, people, you know what I mean? Like, you're the power of your words to hurt people. Like,
All
these are
right.
very, very mild judgments.
All right.
You're not sentencing anyone to death. Or
I
anything.
know.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, lips. And similarly, I'd say with the Ozempic skinny kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that has run its course. It's gone as far as it can. I think a little padding. Now, you may say that I'm trying to create a trend that would be easier for me. And that's probably true. But I do think a little slight padding all over the body. It doesn't have to be overweight, but like it's like It's abundant. It's generous to self.
Yeah.
It indicates an ability to enjoy life and enjoy food just a little. Doesn't have to be unhealthy.
Moderation is in.
Yeah, but like a little, but leaning towards, I think leaning towards the sensual as opposed to the ascetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like people enjoying. I want to look at people and feel that they are enjoying their life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Good. Consensus.
I would say independent TV in, prestige TV out.
Okay, so this is going to take some explaining to the civilians that are not in the entertainment business.
Yeah, actually, this one would be in for me. I'd have to do.
Oh, you want
two-
prestige in and independent TV?
I do
in,
actually. I don't want prestige out, and I don't know that it is.
Prestige TV is basically the last 15 years of like Sopranos onwards.
Yeah.
High-end television that got to be better than movies, but super expensive.
But yeah, probably.
I mean,
But
compared traditionally to TV, which
that's
was like
true.
three
I mean, I don't
camera
want.
sitcoms.
I don't like something that's wasteful. But I'm actually getting in. I always liked, I guess, prestige TV. But I'm.
Okay,
Yeah.
but wait,
So
let-
independent. Let's talk about independent TV.
Yeah, yeah.
So independent TV is the same model as independent film. You make your show, you raise money the way that indie people for film raise it, where it could
Cobble
be
the financing together.
Yeah, it could be someone's rich uncle over here. It could be another country's film company's money over there. Like you mix it, you cobble it together and get your budget, make it, and then sell it.
And the idea of it is that, firstly, you get to make the thing you want. You're not stuck in development hell. But the other thing is for streamers and networks, they get to buy something where they can see what it actually is,
Right.
as opposed to buying something off a script or a pitch.
Right.
So in theory, independent, much like independent music, I think it works really well as a model. I've always made my records and then see who was interested in putting them out.
Mm-hmm.
You could argue that it doesn't allow you to take advantage for, like, would that work for a band like, you know, Coldplay or U2 or a band operating at the highest levels where they kind of need major label muscle from a year before the rollout of a record. You know, there's debate about that. But
Yeah.
in general, I love just the indie model of making stuff. Just feels like a much more sustainable model for me. And I'm excited to see a lot of the TV stuff that is going to come out of this because there
Yeah.
are people doing it.
And I like I mean, as dark and awful as big corporations are, I mean, just because I'm in the industry, I don't mind if Apple are paying a lot of money for a TV
it's
show, but it's
undeniable how high quality the
yeah,
things being
but
made are,
it's
yeah.
you know, it's tricky.
I'm going to say out at the end of 25 is even more out is record producers. And even more in are self-producing weirdos. I think Nina Geraci has been an amazing sort of proof of concept for people making what they want to make with their own references and their own little musical universe.
Women producing
for sure, women
themselves.
producers too. But I just think the idea of gatekeepers for making albums is like it's just losing more value every day. And I think you're going to see more and more kids who've started making their music at home on their computer and they really don't ascribe to the conventions or rules of what the industry traditionally said an album was meant to sound like or feel like.
Yeah. No, I love that. Cursive in, abbreviations out.
Whoa, writing cursive. You're seeing a comeback for cursive writing? This is an outlier. How are we going to get there? What does this look like?
I don't know. But what do you like abbreviations?
I don't see cursive and abbreviations.
I don't know. I
in-
was trying to find a correlation. Okay, I'll do another
No,
one.
but tell me about cursive. Tell me about where you want to...
I just like it.
Okay.
I love it. Therapeutic laziness in, psychological illness out.
Ooh, so this is a mindset shift you're talking about. It's the
Yeah.
same activity. It's resting.
I mean, resting. So,
But not needing to justify it through
yeah,
illness.
there's been a lot of like, you know, those like sad girl memes or whatever, like of people
Bed
bed rotting,
yeah.
But it's not called bed rotting. It's therapeutic laziness. Also, I love this Chinese medicine thing of like having, it's good feng shui to have a lounging woman around or something, lying
Yeah.
down woman or something.
This is
that
a
sounds
TikTok.
bad.
There's a TikTok guy who's like really saying you're lucky if you have a woman who's lazy
Is
in
it
your
a
house.
woman or anyone?
I think he's always
This
saying
is
a woman. I actually think this is like some lobbying group of lazy women who are funding this campaign.
Yeah. No, I think rest hard, play hard though. I really do believe like conscious resting and then really working out and like working. And I do believe in all of that, getting up and doing. And
Yes.
I do believe in all of that. But I think the conscious hardcore resting is very important.
And we're saying no more justifying the need to rest
And
by like being sick, basically.
Yeah,
you don't
right.
have to
And
be sick.
Exactly.
Sure,
you don't
yeah.
have to develop a psychological illness to get what you need. Therapeutic resting is also doing a watercolor and lying and reading and like,
Yeah.
taking a boat or digging, digging in the dirt
Mm-hmm.
or whatever,
Totally. I'm going to say that perfect careers are out and constant experimentation is in. I think the era of the untouchable, ideal career in media we're really talking about is over. It's a dream of the past. There's a
Yeah.
whole trend on TikTok of people saying, I was sold a dream for an industry that doesn't exist anymore. And I think
Right.
you're going to have more and more people entering media realizing that thriving is actually about adaptivity
Yeah.
and not about sort of
Perfection.
manifesting things exactly as you pictured them.
I love it.
You got any others? I got one.
Mahjong
Oh, yeah?
in,
Yes.
doom scrolling out.
Ooh, that's good. That's
Anytime
good.
you want to doom scroll, just get together a mahjong game. No.
Easy to do
Okay,
spontaneously. yeah.
like, come on. Those two don't really go together. I mean, doom scrolling is not
But
good.
I think you're saying for you, you're
mahjong-
going to replace doom scrolling with mahjong.
By the way, just to let you guys know, I'm trying. I love mahjong. My grandma played it, and my mom is playing it, and my friends are playing
We
it.
just got the big news that Enid is going to be leaving her mahjong set to Goldie in her will. So that's a very this required.
and I wonder what Goldie thought of that.
I know. I wonder if Goldie's going to feel the pressure to just sort of take mahjong more seriously, like as a legacy.
Or is she thinking, what's Kate getting if I'm getting mahjong?
Exactly. Kate's getting my jewelry.
You're getting a mahjong set.
I'm going to say out is extremist political opportunism and in is logic.
Oh, I love that.
I think more people are being drawn towards, I'm noticing a pattern, it might just be in my own mind, the ability to say, what's actually going on here?
Yes,
And-
really
yes.
looking. Like we were watching a video essay about Louis C.K. and it's so interesting because when you want to
Called We
believe,
Need to Talk About Louis. Yeah.
yeah, and when you want to believe something is some way, you get, you believe it and you don't read all the facts properly. I have a similar one, which was nuances in black and white is
Yes,
out,
yeah.
which is similar in a way. Nuance meaning, yeah, just learn both sides, really get into it, and black and white thinking and avoiding, like rationalizing and avoiding. A lot of people, like the pseudoscience world versus science or whatever, people don't want to learn the logical sides to both things. And some things are emotional and some things are actual facts. And things
Absolutely.
too.
Like Greg Kaplan was telling me about that thing that I've really taken to heart is that when you pick up a book, a non-fiction book, if it looks like someone came up with the title and the thesis before they did the research,
Amazing.
that's a book to avoid.
Yes.
What you want is people open to discovering the truth by looking at data and not having a bias, basically, which is what science or economics are meant to be.
Yeah.
Or political analysis is meant to be. You're not meant to want it to come out a certain way. You're meant to be willing to look soberly at the facts.
Sure.
So logic is in 26.
Yes. Picking up the phone is in.
Whoa. So does that mean that setting your phone to silent or do not disturb is out?
Yes. That would mean I have to learn my new phone because it's like the whole thing changed when I got a new phone and now I have to realize what's the ringer on and off. It used to be manual. Now it's like touch.
I'm going to piggyback on that and say self-care is out, community care is in.
I love it.
I'm going to say people starting to think more about the health
Talking
of their
to
communities.
strangers.
Yeah. Not just measuring health in terms of your own independent
Right.
health or
Because,
emotional state.
that's, I've been waiting to feel I have enough self-care to give back. Because it felt like for so many years I didn't know how to take care of myself emotionally. And now I feel like I can. And I do have time to open up now.
Straight up. Okay, I'm going to say that out is aesthetic world building, which is the Charlie XCX Brat Green, the Bon Iver sable color thing.
Yeah.
And I think in 2026, we're going to see more what I would call ARG artists. ARG is an alternate reality game. And I think artists and performers are becoming creators of ARGs. Timothy Chalamet, the way he promoted Marty Supreme, he essentially gamified the promotion of that.
And you love it.
Made it a provocative conversation piece, right? I don't know if I love it, but I think we're going to see more of it. I'm kind of impressed by it.
So it's as opposed to like concepts of a packaging beforehand?
Well, promotion has traditionally been, look, going way back, promotion was go and buy this thing, right? Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you why it's so great. Then you got into this sort of like aesthetic world building, which was pretty radical. Even like Taylor Swift, what she was doing with her touring, but it was still in a sense dictating to an audience the narrative that you were trying to create. What you've started seeing more is artists actually playing with the audience, with the narrative, and figuring out the subtext as they go. I think Rachel Sennett's I Love LA is a little bit like that, where it is so internet literate that the internet discourse is actually part of the experience of watching it.
Sure.
And then I think this young musician, Somba, the way he's writing songs, whether you like his music or you don't like his music, it doesn't matter. The way he's writing it is he's posting a hook on TikTok. If it pops off, the next day he's going into the studio with Tony Berg and finishing and writing the song and then releasing it. So basically what you're seeing is that like the way that creators are making their work is becoming much more of a playful dialogue with their audience. And I think they're gamifying the process of not just making it, but of talking about it.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to see people like the way Timothy Chalamet did this press run for Marty Supreme it was a masterwork in marketing, right?
And he understands also younger minds. Like they're so smart, these people, young people.
And I think we're seeing the first iteration of kind of masters of the internet who are able to conquer a legacy media thing like an HBO TV series or a full cinema movie release, and also create a tremendous amount of like second screen dialogue and stuff going on. I think we're going to see more and more of people with really interesting takes on media, incorporating it into the way they're making their traditional work.
I like that.
You got any others? I think I'm almost out.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, enjoying my changing looks in.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
because getting prettier, you should enjoy.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
You're talking about aging, basically.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, you know what my final one is?
What?
Birthday parties are out, anniversary parties are in.
Oh, cool.
Because I feel like we've had so many birthdays at this point that the numbers, until you start, like, I think when you get like pretty much over 45, then it's, okay,
then
big ones,
over
50.
45, yeah.
Then you do like 50,
Milestone.
60 milestones. But anniversaries, with the amount of marriages that fall apart in the first 18 months of being married, let alone making it to a decade, every year you make it as a couple should be celebrated.
Nice. I like that. Thank you.
And so tonight we're going to go to Underworld and we're going to celebrate.
Going to go to
our
Underworld,
anniversary.
and that was so fun. We had a pre-Underworld dance with our teenager and her friend in the kitchen because we were just like getting into the zone. And you can celebrate anniversaries of other things if you're not married. If you want to celebrate yourself.
Exactly.
Not just for birthday, but an anniversary of
Exactly.
whatever.
Classic Ione, worried about alienating the single people listening.
All the
You know,
single
her feelings.
ladies. All the single ladies.
Ione, it's been a fabulous year.
It's been a really good year.
And I feel like the
despite-
pod, think about what the pod's been through this
Oh
year.
my
Like
God.
we've changed studios
I
and
mean,
production
this
companies.
year's been couldn't have, we felt it couldn't get more traumatic in the world, and it just got more and more. So I, like everyone, hope that was the worst, and then it'll only get better for all the beautiful babies out in the world.
Beautiful babies, we aren't going anywhere. We've got big things planned in 26. We're excited.
Yeah, I do feel good.
And I don't know, I feel like, you go through various things of feeling like, oh, is it useful doing, but I feel like this year we've had a lot of validation that people find the kind of conversations we have on here, even as when they're really light, maybe especially when they're really light, really useful. And I just feel very, I don't know, a renewed sense of commitment to like keep cracking on with it.
Oh yeah.
I guess peace out.
Peace out, and yeah. See you next week.
Love ya.
Together we're weirder, we're weirder together.